What is going on, everybody? How you doing? Hope you're having a great Friday. Hope you had a great week as well. Hope you're doing wonderful. Welcome to another Friday night with the Infinity Equation. We are here. We're live. We're in color. And live in color. Do what you want to do and live in color. There you go.
Such a good show. Such a good show.
Exactly. But once again, can't do the show without my good co-host, Mr. Disembowel, aka Tim. How you doing, sir?
Dante, what goes on? We got a great guest tonight. I'm pumped. It's gonna be a good time. Let's talk toys.
Woo. And let's welcome the man, the myth, the legend. Another Wednesday night, man. Unboxing art. Welcome, sir. Welcome.
What is up, fellas? Thanks for having me on.
Thanks for being here, man. Appreciate you stopping by and hanging out on your Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was either that or playing some Call of Duty or doing some reviews. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to go on Infinity Equation.
Look, Call of Duty, look, it's calling me too. The new season started. Yeah. I got my battle pass.
We got to change stuff, man. I live in the DMZ, bro.
Oh, you know what? I haven't been back in the DMZ since my buddy. He's like, yeah, I'm not doing that DMZ never again. So we just play multiplayer and Warzone.
I can carry you in the DMZ. We can knock out some of your stuff.
Okay. All right. We'll talk about that a little bit after the show. Who's that saying pow? It's gotta be Mike saying pow or Dan saying pow. Somebody saying pow.
Just a Facebook user.
Gotta get Facebook those commands. Like, yeah, you can let them see my name. Well, hope everybody's doing great. Man, wasn't a whole lot of news this week. But we can just chill, just hang, talk. I got my coffee. It's almost gone now because I've been drinking it since the beginning before the show started. So you know what? It's good coffee. I love me some coffee.
Coffee is delicious.
It is. It's the essence of life. It's that herbal. I won't call it herbal. Essence of life.
I mean,
when I was still coaching, I drank way too much coffee. I loved it, but it was just like sucking back iced coffee after iced coffee, like for practice after a match, like that. It was just iced coffee, like, in jugs at that point. So gotta back it off a little bit now.
But it's the best part of waking up is coffee in your cup.
Yes, I could do some frappes if I'm going to do cold coffee or something like that. But I'd rather have like hot. Like I want to feel that burn going down my throat, and my lungs and stomach.
Yes.
Like sort of makes you feel alive again. You're like, oh wait, yeah, I exist. I'm real.
Yeah. I feel you because I see people they're like, what's that? Like, oh, it's iced coffee. Like, nah, get that out of here. I want the hot stuff. Even during the summertime? Yes, I want to do it in the summertime. I want to feel the heat.
That hot coffee. You gotta be careful. That hot coffee. McDonald's, it'll kill you. It says right on the thing there. Hot coffee.
Yeah. I can't sue them anymore since that little old lady did it.
I know, right?
I mean, who would think that coffee is hot when you get it from a place? I mean,
one example of something that happened that further doomed our country right there. There it is. The hot
frivolous
coffee.
Lawsuits.
Yes.
Yep. Frivolous lawsuits. That's what we come to now.
The lawyers make a lot of money on it, though. They make their money.
Amazon sent my package to the wrong house. I'm suing Amazon. Well, we can get you your money, sir. We can get you your money. And the one thing I did forget to do was play the Muggy Millions today.
Oh,
could have
been your day.
Yeah, I could have became a millionaire.
Could have been your day.
I would have canceled the show. But like, yeah, guys, there's no show tonight. Me and the wife are celebrating.
It's always old people that win.
Yep.
People that can't live long enough to enjoy the money.
Exactly.
What's the old Alanis Morissette lyric? Old man turned 98, won the lottery, and died the next day. Isn't it ironic?
Is that really her lyrics?
Oh yeah, that's Alanis Morissette right there. That's from Ironic.
Why do you know that by heart?
Let's just say I watch it once a year. I'll tell you why later. If we get slow for content, I'll recite the entire song later on.
Real quick, I did see this comment. So Pokey87 says, Dante, I plan on watching the Flash of the show tonight. How disappointed am I going to be? I don't know, because I was disappointed. I talked to Kevin touring around. He was like, it was enjoyable, but the CGI was horrible. I'm like, Kev, I don't know if we can be friends anymore. But it's everybody's opinion. I just did not enjoy it. I think the better Flashpoint movie was the animated movie. Even though I hate the animation, it was horrible. It was just, the animation was just garbage. But I still enjoyed the movie.
But come on, they just want to milk that Justice League back in the '90s animation style.
That wasn't Justice League animation. That was like Rob Liefeld did the animation on it.
Oh, well, that's your problem.
Like the chest was like all up here, and the heads were like pin size. Like, come on, like who does that?
No feet.
I was waiting for it. No feet. I saw a YouTube video pop up. I didn't click on it. It was like a week ago, and it had like probably 100,000 views. But it was like bad at art, become a comic book artist. There's a picture of him on the thumbnail, and I was like, oh, there it is.
Yep, exactly. Like, yo, Rob Liefeld. You know what? I'll forget what I think it was a YouTube video I was watching about him, and they were talking about like his whole like career span, how it got started.
Too.
It was just wild, and it was like he wanted the Todd McFarlane fame and money. That's what he was chasing after. It seemed like he really didn't care about the art. He was just like, I want that Todd McFarlane fame, that Toddy Mac fame and McFarlane. But the crazy part was like him and McFarlane were like brothers. Like McFarlane took him under his wing and was like that was his little brother.
He should have learned more from Todd.
Exactly. And then he Todd felt betrayed when he went back to Marvel. Todd was like, yo, screw this dude. But now they're good friends. So,
well, I mean, because of the betrayal, I mean, he didn't make Deadpool.
That is true. That is very true.
That's one thing that was good out of it.
Well, he should have read page 8 of How to Draw, which was how to draw feet. And he missed it. So,
but no, I mean, if you think about it, though, it's like it's sort of cool though that he made it without being perfect at everything, though.
Mm-hmm.
Don't know how that Captain America image was approved, but like
that was a downfall.
I could look past the pouches and the feet thing because it's like it's cool. Like he may not have been great at everything, but he was still successful. Like it sort of gives hope to people to show them like you don't have to be perfect at everything, but just don't ever draw Captain America with giant titties.
Exactly.
That was so confusing as a kid.
Like his chest was like out to here. He was like,
right. He was like,
I can't see over my chest. Where's my feet at? Oh, I ain't got no feet. I'm just walking on some nubs. All right, cool.
He's just walking over. He's like, this is just my chest. Wait until you see America's ass. Get the baby oil.
All right, Tim. Let's go through the chat. See who's here. Hang with us in the chat.
Robert, hey, everybody. Thanks for being here tonight. Everybody, hit that like and subscribe button if you are new or if you just want to hang out and help the channel. Feel free to participate in the chat. We like talking to everybody. It's why we're here. Pokey87 is here in the house. What's going on? Mark Rhodes. What's going on? Dom Marchucciano is here. Jeremy J saying, let's do this. Equan is here. NJ Tree, the tall sir himself, is here. Fig Bunker. Strident is here. Nick Steele in the house. Facebook user saying, pow. You boys got toys is here. Yes.
Oh, sorry, real quick. When we say NJ Tree, you say you just can't teach that.
You just can't teach that.
That's going to be NJ Tree right now.
You can't do it. Damien is here in the house. Bart, what's going on, Bart? Robert Diaz is here as well. NJ Tree, you just can't teach that. a lot of chats already we went through here. Happy Accident, what is going on? How are you? New York City Figure Fanatic, what is up? How are you doing, sir? And I think I got through to Matthew Toy is here. What's going on? Toy Chase is here as well. I think we got everybody. Thanks for being here tonight, everybody, and hanging out. We know your time is precious. When you spend with us, we appreciate it.
Exactly. Thank you. So Matthew calls me Oos now because I said him and Jay Shot remind me of Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
I like it. Also, I liked the live stream he was on last night. Kevin unboxing last night was very entertaining. Matthew was on there with the glasses.
Yo, I tell you, like they remind me of Kevin Owens. Like seems like if they had little tag team titles all around them, like I'd be like, yo, y'all can cosplay as Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Like it's done.
Perfect. The ones.
Yeah. So I'm like yo, Oos. He called me Oos now. So I was like, yeah, I'm trying to be the one. Don't try to be that tribal chief. Real quick, just I know some of us do watch wrestling. If you haven't watched that Cody Rhodes documentary, oh my goodness, that's something to do this weekend. It is very, very well done. It's so awesome. It's so good.
I gotta check it out. I know a good friend of the channel, Six Packs and Knickknacks, has already watched it, and he was urging me to hit play and watch it. So this week, hopefully, I'll get to it.
I did watch it today, and man, woo!
Does he talk a lot in it?
He does. Like he talks more. He talks about his dad, and you can see like the feeling like well up in him. Like every time he talks about his dad, like how much of his dad was an influence on his life.
I don't know if I can handle that lisp.
It's not pronounceable as like now as when he was younger. Yeah, it was. You can see he worked on it like during his time when he got got older. Damn it.
Had some speech therapy over the years.
Yeah. I just wish they would have like we could have got a little bit more from like Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns about those 2 matches that he did.
Mm-hmm.
But on that, he was great.
I heard Triple H was taking some shots at AEW.
Yo, he said AEW secondary company. I was like, yo.
So was it like Cody came here from a secondary company? Is like how he said it, or did he literally say coming from AEW, a secondary company? Like how
he said coming from a secondary company.
Okay. Ooh. Oh, he knew what he was doing there. That wasn't an accident.
Because Cody, he mentioned AEW. Wait a minute, did he say AEW? I'm trying to remember if he did say AEW or not. I didn't know that. I don't think he did. He may have. I just don't remember. But like I didn't know there was a plaque outside of the venue where they held it All In at the first All In. Like there's a plaque of him and the Young Bucks out there.
Oh wow!
In front of the stadium. I was like, wow.
How many ticket sales is that beast at right now? About 70,000 for Wembley?
I don't know because they haven't announced anything for Wembley. Like the only thing we got is the championship match, and that's it. They haven't done anything. Like there's nothing built up for. Like I haven't seen anything else built up for AEW.
Last time I saw it was around 60,000. Also, it's worth noting that on AEW episode 200 of Dynamite this Wednesday, they didn't shy. They showed Cody in the highlight reel from the last 200 episodes. So they weren't scared to show him.
Can we
I was surprised at that.
Can we give AEW cameraman some props whenever Sky Blue has some matches? You know.
Oh, they get right up there, don't they?
I'm like,
they do.
I don't give a shit what's going on. Just that focal point. It's nice. It's nice.
Oh,
what was it? They were like, what cameraman let it happen? Say treat the women's division better with that sign. I was like, oh snap! They're like, yeah, the cameraman knew what he was doing at that point. Like, he's not fired. All right, well, he knew he was safe. He had his job was safe.
He wasn't.
His job was safe.
It's drawn.
I will say, great. Sorry, but
I was just saying, it's drawing in some views, grabbing people's attention. I mean, that's
It sells. It sells. It's pretty cool to see. Oh geez, I just dropped her. I just lost her name. Not Rio. Shida winning the belt on Wednesday at the end of the show.
Yeah, that was wild.
I had a feeling because it's rare they make a women's match the main event, let alone on the episode 200. And I'm thinking that she's going to have to win the belt here. Like they're going to want to pop off everything, which they did. And but it was still nice. She was a pandemic champion, as you know, Dante. She really didn't get a whole lot of time in front of fans and crowds. So that was well deserved. Just like they put the belt back on Toni Storm when she was the interim champion. I was just going to say, is Omega talking crap about AEW yet? I was waiting for it.
Sure is. There it is. He said, "Mud wrestling over AEW."
Oh, so good.
This man, he's like Trevor. He's like he knows when you're talking about something that he just like, yo. It's like no.
He slides in.
If I say something about some mythic or cosmic legions, here comes Trevor coming out of nowhere. It's like, hey, what's going on, everybody?
Did you go down that cosmic legion hole?
Oh yeah. I'm hooked now. They got me hooked now. Mythic Legions kind of like, okay, kind of roped me in. Like, all right, well, here's some Legions. Like, all right, these are cool. Like, these are great. But those Cosmic Legions?
See, I'm hooked at Mythics, and then like Cosmic, I was like, I'm tempted. And I'm like tempted, and then I'm like, nah, because I saw RG do that shot with like the I don't know, the blue girl with like the hood and stuff. And I'm like,
Yep.
man, I was like, that'd be cool to get her. I wonder how many people are in her faction because I want to go with the faction, but then I'm like, no, I can't. I missed out on the normal price stuff. I'm not gonna overpay. I'm not paying Big Bad Twister. I'm like, nope, Cosmic Legions, I'm out.
No, just look, PayPal me some money, and I'll get them at Legion Con for you.
That's where they're going to go.
I'll probably be at Legions Con.
Oh, nice.
Oh well, shoot, it's even better. We'll all be online buying
cool.
stuff.
I mean, I told Art G that I would be his double.
His plus
nice.
Yeah, depending on what's going on in my life, I was like, no, I can make it happen. I was like, even if I had to fly out there, I was like, whatever.
There you go.
Nice. They almost got me with with those. I was at a toy show down in Carlisle, PA this past Saturday with six packs, and Uncle Bob had a stand, one of the vendors in the area, and he had all the new Cosmic Legions laid out. The big green dude, he's calling my name. I can't think of the guy's name right now.
Yeah, I know you're talking about. Yeah,
he's calling my name
or something like that.
Yep, that sounds about right. I had him in my hand. They also had the Monkey King there as well, which I heard is awesome.
You didn't get the Monkey King?
No, I passed. It's the first figure obscura I did not get. Yeah. Okay, here's the thing. It is
gorgeous.
On
it's
this
awesome
show, I got excited the night before the reveal because I convinced myself it was Beowulf. I was so pumped that next morning to get a Beowulf because of like the inscriptions we saw or whatever. And then I was just so thrown off that it's not Beowulf. And I couldn't get myself like to do it after that, you know?
You're disappointed no Beowulf.
I was. My childish nature kicked in and I didn't do it. But I heard it's fantastic. I know Trevor's pictures are amazing that he's taken of it, he posts. So I don't know. It could happen if they have it at Legions Con or at Retro Con or Zolo Con or something like that.
Let me tell you, I bought pieces from Amazon so I can like do a shot for those Cosmic Legions. Like that's all in depth. Like I'm into these Cosmic Legions now.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
Like they're great. They're freaking amazing. I only got 3 of them, but I wish I would have got Ragnar. I think that's his name, the orange guy. I wish I got the other ones because I forgot what the other ones were, and I want the one with the heavy machine gun like that. I want that one as well, but I want some more engineers.
They do look great. I mean, that was my first time being able to hold them in hand. We obviously saw them on display at ZoloCon this past year. They had them in the case, and then also at the New Jersey Toy Show, New Jersey. But seeing them in box in hand, it was very, very tempting.
I mean, I might with the Legions Con exclusive, unless I can find a deal on one of them early. But Legions Con exclusive sort of draws me because I like the whole undead thing. Just like I'm just this dead dude in a spacesuit.
Yeah. I do want that one. I want the second day one, but I know I'm not going to be up there. I'm only going to be up there Saturday, not Sunday. So I was like, somebody might have to try to grab that for me. I'll just get it from them.
I don't know what day we're going, so if I can help you out, I will.
I appreciate it. Dom says, crazy that it's been at least 2 months since I've watched a chance to watch AEW. NYC Fig Fanatic says, nothing better than sitting behind Sky Blue live show. We got White Mike Vegeta saying hello. We got Tex Hex here says, hey fellas, been a while. Hope you are doing well. Hope you're doing well too. Twitch says SummerSlam tomorrow night. Yes, indeed. It's gonna be crazy to see which gets more viewers, SummerSlam or Collision. Because CM Punk just like spray painted a belt like he was Hulk Hogan from NWO. Saying he's a real champion for some reason. I'm just so confused.
He's a real champion for getting pulled over and arrested for DUIs.
You must be talking about Jeff Hardy because that's all.
Oh no, yeah, it's my bad. Yeah,
that's Jeff Hardy.
My bad.
I was gonna say I really get pulled over the news cycle. Well, you know what? Actually, now you mentioned that, Dante, they announced it on Wednesday earlier in the day. Meltzer put it out there. They brought it up on the show that obviously the Elite have re-signed with AEW. So that tells me that all this Punk stuff has just got to be good now. I can't imagine they have to have it all sorted out behind the scenes, and they're going to do an angle.
Supposedly Meltzer said too. Again, Meltzer said this. He's like, there's still divisiveness in like the locker room with them, like between the Elite and Punk. So when Kenny's saying like maybe even Collision, I'm like, somebody's got to sit down and talk. Like, I don't care if like you just got to boot the lawyers to the side and just like sit down and just talk this out at some point. Just boot the lawyers to the side. I don't care what the lawyers say. Like boot them to the side and just sit down and just talk this out.
Yep.
Because if you're gonna go on Collision, man, because he was getting booed when he was on Dynamite. They were like, boo. He said, I know I'm not supposed to be on this show. Then why are you here?
Yeah, they got to work something out. Did you see in the news, Vince Russo was on Busted Open this past week and got into it with Meltzer?
I'm
guess-
not surprised.
Yeah, all sorts. I guess Meltzer was throwing out incorrect rating numbers from when Russo first went to WCW. Man, this turned into a wrestling podcast real fast. And I guess that he did not appreciate that because he literally posted the numbers and was like, dude, you're either lying or you're wrong. So they went at it a little bit this past week on social media, which was interesting.
Yeah. NJ Tree said, I heard a Cosmic Muse is coming. There's no Cosmic Muse. Okay. Okay. NJ, there's no
Spider Moose.
Happy says, I got all Series 1 Cosmic and Series 2 ordered. Nice. Nick asked Dante, could I PayPal you some money to get me some Cosmic Legions? Yes, I can. Greg says, unboxing a co-host. Yeah, you can say that. It's good to see you out finally in the picture form, Greg. There was this picture of him and Detour Customs. Finally got to see a picture of Greg. He's tall. He just can't teach that either. See, Dom says, I having trouble getting the orange guy to stand. Very top heady. Huh. I thought he would just probably stand pretty well. Greg says, Monkey King is evil and so tempting. And Dom says, I bought Krotos for Kit Bash with the extra monkey parts. Very nice. Just see. Toy Chase says, I can't wait for Legion Con.
Word.
And Greg says, Kragnar with his second set of arms gets back heavy. Really? I thought they were already on there. I didn't know you can put them on. And then Jeremy comes back and says, sup, nerds. Sup, Jeremy. Okay, so real quick, I'm just going to talk about this. RVD did not need to be on AEW. He's trash. Get him out of here. The dude looks like the dude, he's arched his back like this. When you're like this, there's something wrong. You should not be wrestling. You can barely walk and stand up. Like, you cannot. I'm sorry. Like, it's time to give it up. It's time to stop.
Yeah, I was very curious where they're going to go with that Jerry Lynn storyline because I knew he couldn't wrestle. I honestly thought maybe they'd bring Sabu back again since he was on, who also did not need to be included, by the way. So I don't know. My fear out of this, though, is that we're going towards a storyline where, like, every week an old ECW wrestler comes out and challenges Jungle Boy for the belt for like a month, leading up to something at the pay-per-view. And I don't want that. Like, I want to remember these guys as they were, not as they are. Is the best way to put it.
Look, WWE already did it. We don't need AEW doing it. We stop it. Stop it. Gray says all those dials and custom figures people made were very cool to see. Chris Condon. Abnoga says, hey, hello, Dante and everyone. It's been a while since I caught the stream live. Hope you're all doing great. Thank you. Hope you're doing great as well. Omega says Jeff and Jimmy Uso should dual tap to DUI.
How about in the chat? Feel free to give us some suggested tag team names for that tag team. I'll start it off with team over
Crash
the limit.
Course.
Yeah, what's team 0.10.
I call him Team Crash Course.
Team, you ran my baby over.
Yeah. Oh, the mug shots. The Usos mug shots, man. Oh, that guy. Oh, amazing.
Bart says, is tonight's episode wrestling talk? No, it's just part. It is just something. We were
what
just
it
talking.
Feels like, doesn't it, Bart?
Just don't say wrestle talk, or else we'll get like a cease and desist from them.
Yeah, I don't want to get a cease and desist from overseas. Greg says, Abno to say hi without a digger. Rich has the Earth stop rotating. Striding with Cosmic Muse. Damien says, Earthworm Jim fingers out yet, Dante? I don't know. And I forgot who was making those. There was somebody making Earthworm Jim figures. I
Was it
don't know
Boss
who
Fight?
it was. Was it Boss Fight?
The one that's doing Battletoads?
That's Premium DNA who's doing Battletoads.
Oh, then they're doing Earthworm Jim too.
Are they?
I think so. I'm pretty sure.
Ooh. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. Ooh.
Saw some old Earthworm carded figures at the toy show on Saturday. So it was good to see.
Really? Yeah,
So-
those are good. Like the old Earthworm Jim figures are great. All right. Like I said, there wasn't really much news this week.
Did anybody
Was-
pre-order their X-Men 97 Marvel Legends? That was the biggest thing I could think of this week.
People still collect Marvel Legends? No.
You know what's funny? I did. Which is it was
Wait.
a love-hate relationship.
Is that those new ones?
Yes.
Like
Yeah,
the new cartoon or whatever that's coming out? Those
Yeah.
ones?
Yeah.
Why can't they get Magneto right? Why is his helmet got to be like way above where they should be? So it gives him like this weird I don't know. They can never get his helmet to sit right.
I have no idea.
The room just got a whole lot cooler because Archie just showed up.
Right. Finally, RG shows up. Like he wasn't here last week, and now he shows up this week.
But he'll come in, he'll say that, and then you'll never see him again. Like, oh hey guys,
There you go.
let's find out. We'll find out like a little bit in. We'll just mention. We'll ask RG a question specifically and see where he's at.
There he is. He's like, you got me. He's like, you got me. You got me.
Art, on a side note, hope you had a good vacation, sir. I enjoyed the
Yes.
pocket fig photos out there on the West Coast.
Yo, this man was chilling. He had Spider-Man with him, taking in all the sights and sounds from Disney World.
Right, rubbing into everybody's face.
Sorry, before we talk about the X-Men, Pokey said I got an update from Amazon. Eel should be arriving Tuesday. I know you were saying this, Art, before we started the show. Everything was coming in from Amazon.
Yeah, they charged me for my eels, but they also charged me for my Arctic bats. The Arctic bats shipping date didn't change, but I did get a charge for it. So obviously those are probably going to be shipping.
Yeah.
It's a cool figure, man. I like that. I dig them.
And Greg says Targets have started getting the Avengers 2-packs. Yes, my Target was packed with them. They had all the 2-packs and the Hawkeye with the Sky Cyclone.
That's all I've seen so far is that Hawkeye. I saw the Spider-Man wave, like the Elektra I picked up here, but I haven't seen any of the other white box. Oh no, I'm sorry. I saw the Iron Man, the original Iron Man at GameStop. But the other 2-packs I haven't seen in store yet. They're probably out now. I've been there a couple days.
My Target had them I think last week. They had the Thor and Destroyer 2-pack, and then they had the Hulk and Bruce Banner 2-pack as well.
Did you pick up any of those?
I had ordered mine from across,
Oh yeah, you got
across
the old CMD store.
That's right, old CMD store.
Does that make you feel good paying extra to get them early?
Yes, I did.
I'm just like, man, I was like, because everybody does that with the Joes too, and I'm just like, really, you want to you can't just wait?
See,
Because
I get so much on clearance to begin with. But
Yeah.
here's a question: what's a better feeling, Dante? Is the better feeling getting it in your hands first, spending the extra $10, which I've done, or is it waiting till you find it at Target for regular price, like I did here? They both feel good.
It's a
different ways.
toss up because honestly, it's a toss up because if it's a figure that I really want in my hand, I want to have it then and now. Like I'm kind of like that, but you'll never see me honestly. And y'all see my social media. Like half time, I don't even post half the stuff I get.
Mhm.
Like that, like the.
But why don't you?
I don't know. It's just I don't know. Honestly, I couldn't tell you. I just don't know. Like I enjoy because I guess I'm enjoying it just to enjoy the figure itself.
Yeah, but do it
And it's not
how Peter was showing his family photos, or like that little skit where he's like smacking the family photos with the wallet in the person's face. Look at my kids. Do that with your toys. You get them early. They're like, hey, look what I got.
I could, but it's just I don't know. It's just at that point, it's once I have them in hand, I just kind of want to enjoy, like, and just to sit there and enjoy it. Like,
Yep.
and it's fun. Like, to me, it's more fun for me that way. I know I could probably post them and say, hey, look what I just got and everything. But man, like the 1 week, like every day, there was not FedEx was stopping at my house at least every day of the week.
Wow.
There was not a time that FedEx had not stopped at my house during that time because I was getting like stuff coming in like that. It was either from Pulse or CMD store, and it was like Pulse had hit my wallet that week. It was like, hey, guess what? We got your stuff in. Here you go. Here you go. I'm like, Pulse, can you calm down? Nah, son. We ain't calming down. Here you go. You want your figures? Here you go. I'm like, on it.
Two quick points on the CMD store thing. When it's something I really, really, really want, like the orb, okay? It was not covered. It was not in Target, and I've never seen it in Walmart. Had I not got it in CMD store, I mean, I could have ordered it on Amazon, I guess, eventually, but I wanted that super early because I just really wanted the orb. And then I think is it A in the chat? That's all I see for the name. Said that gas and time is worth a lot more. So there's also that. If you find yourself going to the store every day because you want that figure so badly, the extra $9 isn't that bad at the end of the day. I just try to reserve it for for lack of a better term, special occasions, like something I really want quicker or whatever. I could do it on every single one and then do the math at the end of the day and realize how much I spent.
And that's understandable because like I don't feel like I want to waste the gas and time because my targets in my area are fickle. There's two kind of close by. There's one that's like maybe 15, 20 minutes away from me. And there's another one that's 25 to 30 minutes away. I don't feel like going out to either one of those targets because half the time it'll say it's in stock. And then by the time I get over there, there's nothing there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like, I could drive to these targets, but I don't feel like it. Like, I think I contacted Tim. I called Tim. I was like, yo, Tim, I was like, do you have the SKU, like the DPCI number for the Black Widow? I'm like, so I'm at this one target. I'm trying to see if they have it, maybe just in the back, and they haven't put it out. They didn't have it at all. Said, hey, these other three stores have it. I'm like, cool. And I was like, all right, well, I'll just go to the other ones close by to my house and see what happens. Get there, I type it in. I was like, nah, we ain't got that, son. That's what the scanner said to me. He's like, nah, son, stop looking. Go to the store. Get out of my face. I had to go across the state line to get the figure.
I think, wasn't there a time you were, up closer to me for something? I think you had a day off or the holiday or whatever, and you were like, yeah, I went to like 6-7 targets today, and you were somewhere up here in PA at one point, I think. Was it Reading, maybe?
Oh,
you were in Reading?
Yeah, I forgot what was I looking for? I forgot what
it all gets lost in the ether. I can't remember either. Probably something G.I. Joe, maybe.
No, it was some Marvel Legends figures. I remember because I was sitting there. I said somebody ripped open Batista and stole him, but left all the goods.
Savage, we're savage here in PA, man. We're savage. And that Black Widow figure. In terms of seeing the anniversary figures, I did get that at Target as well. It's a great action figure.
Yes, I would say hands down. If you're gonna pay for the Legend, Black Widow is worth it. That one is really worth it.
I wish I would have paid earlier some way to get that NECA April figure since Target canceled my damn order finally. They actually changed the name of April to green. It was like an item that didn't exist. It was just green. There's no image anymore. And I'm like, thank you, Target, for just completely canceling out my April.
Ah, jeez, that's crazy. Six Pack Tignax just gave us some WWE related info in the chat. He said he just tried to buy the Target WWE 60th Anniversary Edition 4-pack. And he got pinged at the checkout, noted as a full recall. Wonder what's going on there. That's interesting.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know what the story is with that. We'll have to look into that and get some news later on.
I need to know that. Yeah, why would they recall a 4-pack? Like, what would be wrong with that?
I don't know. Something evidently wasn't kosher there from what Six Packs has just said. And also, Archie, I saw that you were at Frank & Sons. I'm very much looking forward to your content because I always love watching videos from Frank & Sons since I'll probably never get there.
Exactly. Let's see. Yeah, Dom, I'm with you. You said Paul's pounded me with pre-orders hitting this week. They did that to me too. A lot of stuff I canceled. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of stuff I did cancel. Like I was gonna get. I did have them pre-order like those new Power Rangers, those reissues of those that they were going to do.
Mm-hmm.
But I canceled them. I canceled the Rita.
Me
I canceled
too.
that Minotaur. I canceled the Green Ranger and the Red Ranger. I was like, I have the originals. Do I really need these? And I
I
said
did the
no.
same.
Yeah. See, you just got sometimes you just gotta sit yourself down. Like, look, do you really need these? I mean, because I also had like 2 of the Super Adaptors on pre-order. I was like, do you need 3 of them? You got 1. Do you really need 3? Maybe later on you can get another one. But did you really need them? And I was like, no. Why don't you go ahead and cancel that pre-order, son? Go ahead. That's the right thing to do.
That's
And I
how I've
did.
been with the Joes recently. As much as I love them, Army Builders in particular, I've really been considering canceling. I think it's the Cobra the Valkyries, maybe with the jetpacks. Is that what that one was?
Oh, no, those are steel core.
Maybe it's those. Yeah,
Okay.
I pre-ordered them a couple months ago, I think, and I just look at my shelf and I'm like, I don't know how I'm going to modify the shelf to fit these.
There was Valkyries as well. So like the steel core just came up for pre-order recently.
Okay. This was the
So
Valkyries.
the Valkyries, the
Yeah,
girls
the
with the weird like caramel taffy looking color web gear and stuff.
Yeah, I think that's why I wanted them so badly, because I knew I passed on his tank and I wasn't gonna get any female Army Builder figures. So I was like, oh, they're using the female buck on a figure. I got to get that for the Army Builder. And I was like, So I don't know. We'll see. I'm still debating. Rock and Roll's cool.
I pre-ordered one of those. Was going to do 2 steel core, but I just went with 1. Tempted to drop my trouble bubbles down to like just 1. I have 2 on pre-order. I'm just like, with all this random, like, hey, we're going to say this is the date. Okay, cool. You can sort of predict, set everything up, line it up. And then when they start flooding everything early, like, oh, we're just going to flip it. Like, why the hell you even have a release dates then at that point? Like, why pre-order?
It's just basically whenever it comes in at that point, because it seems like stuff is getting in earlier than what they're saying their date is. And it's like, yo, like people I've seen people had like their Scroll 2 packs, Spider-Woman and the Super Scroll, like before like Pulse was even like finally charging for them. And this was like at least 2 months ahead of time.
You read my mind, Dante. I was just about to say that. They were in stock at Big Bad Toy Store just randomly. I think Dan Who made a post about it. I think it was Dan Who. And I just jumped on and ordered it. It was here in like 5 days. Now it's just showing up, obviously, at Target now. And that was months ago I got that. So,
I haven't seen it at Target yet. I just got mine for Pulse today. I haven't seen it at Target yet. But I grabbed, Pulse sent me, this week they sent me my Scroll 2 packs. I got 2 of those. And then I just got my first appearance Iron Man.
Nice.
Oh, my VHS set of my boy with the cool waves, Green Goblin, and Mary Jane.
Cool waves.
How many Deadpool and Bob 2 packs did you order?
Just I ordered 2, 1 for me, and then a buddy of mine's wanted 1. So that one, it wasn't. That other one's not for me.
Man, I want the info on that female Hydra Army Builder in. They haven't told us anything about that yet. They just teased us with it at SDCC, and no news about that yet.
I'm not gonna lie to you. When those drop, that's why I have to might break my rule and just be like, I need like 4 of those.
Yeah, right.
5.
Because like, I love Army Builder. Like, when I tell you, like, I have a large AIM, like the largest Army Builders have AIM, Hydra, the Ninjas, and Ultrons. I kid you not, they're at least the AIMs are probably like 20 deep. Hydra's probably like around like 15 to 20 deep.
Man, I thought I had a lot of them. What about your hand ninjas, Dante? You got to get your hand ninjas. You didn't get them because I bought them all. I bought all the hand ninjas, all of them.
Not those, but I do have a lot of shield agents too. I have at least 20 shield agents.
That's my Nick Fury. That's my LMD shelf.
He's like, I'm the guy who brought up all your ninjas in your area. That's Tim. He's like, I'm the dude who did it. Me, Tim.
If I knew you needed ninjas, man.
DAF. Sorry,
I said if I knew he needed ninjas, I could have got him some. My Ollie's was stacked, and then the next week they were all gone.
I've been fighting the temptation. I have, I think 10 or 12 of them. I bought a couple of Ollie's extra, but there's still like boxes of them, and I'm like, I can't do it. I have so many already, and it looks so cool in a photo, but like, I got to stop myself and say, but Dante said, do I really need more of this? As great as they are.
I got 5 for Storm Shadow because he needs some typical red ninjas, but I was like, for 5, that's 2 Marvel Legends that are brand new. I'm like, I'm good.
Did
know,
you,
and they-
did you army build Storm Shadow by chance and like use the acetate or whatever to take off the Cobra logo? I know a lot of people were doing that.
No, I don't. That's too much work.
Exactly.
Way too much work.
Exactly.
I considered
is-
it.
that's
I really
true.
did. I got my hopes up that maybe they'd be dropped down in price, and I never saw one anywhere, you know, that wasn't retail. But I was thinking about it, and then I'm like, nah, I don't. Like you just said, it's too much work. I don't really do much stuff. I wanted to paint one of the hand ninjas black this summer, and I still haven't done that. Like make it a black looking ninja, and I just like, nah. Also picture it in my head, be happy with that.
It's like I got that Fortnite boat, and I want to turn it into a water moccasin for Copperhead, and I'm like, that's gonna be a lot of work. Yeah, take it apart and sand it, and I'm like, do I really want to go through that effort and or should I just keep it as is and just have Copperhead driving it? Like,
Yep.
slap some Cobra logos on it. I don't know. It's a lot of work.
Greg said one seller at ChrisCon had this great shield pack: Comic Fury, Maria Hill, the Shield Mandroid, and one more he forgot. You know what? It probably been great, but I probably wouldn't have bought it. I got enough Shield agents. I got enough Mandroids. I think I only have 3 Mandroids, but that's enough for me. Like that was enough for me. I would have went with 4, but 3 was enough because those things were hard to find at the time. They
I
were
was gonna
hard
say,
to.
for being a Shield
find and build.
collector, like I love Agents of Shield or whatever. I don't have one, and I actually had one in my hand at ToyCon, New Jersey, whatever it's called, whatever. They had one in a bin, like a random bin on the ground had one. They wanted like, I think 45, and I offered them like 40, and they said no, and they pissed me off, so I left it behind.
Honestly, like, what's $5? Like, I understand it's like if you would have said like 35, I'm like, okay, it's $10 or $15. But you said 40. Just do it back in there.
Just
There
drop
you
the
go,
trowel
buddy.
and just shit, and then just walk away.
That's where you mess with them, and you're like, what do you want for it? And they're like 45, and you're like, can you do 40? And they're like, no. And then it's like, can you do 60? And to see what they say, you know, can you do 60 on it? You know, and then drop the box and walk away.
Like, hell yeah, come on now, just come on, do the 60.
Then check up the ones and walk away. You know?
Exactly. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Greg says, BBTS finally getting the reissue of the Infinity Saga Iron Man / Thanos almost 2 years on pre-order.
Wow,
man. I'm sorry, yo. Like, that's why I don't fool with some of the movie figures. But daggone, 2 years,
It's
2
nuts.
years. Toy Chase said, you already know I picked up all those packs at my Target, which is actually a miracle. Yeah, it's a miracle. Like my Target had them in stock. White Mike says my Target has Hulk Banner 2-pack and Super Scroll / Spider Woman. They must have just put that Scroll and Spider Woman out this week because when I was there last week, it was not there. Chris is just waiting. Poor guy.
You know, all you guys really need is just to return all your figures and get yourself the Fleshlight, Mr. Fantastic. It can handle your all sizes, you know.
Wow. Is that the select figure? Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Wow.
He ain't too
That's
fantastic anymore after that.
That's like the ET finger they put out, right?
Well, I mean, you could put them back to normal size, but it is like the ET figure or finger.
Let's see. Damien says, okay. As I said, I like it, but not fully made up my mind yet. Rather have the characters. Let's see.
I said ET, and my girlfriend shows up in the chat. What's that tell you?
Happy says neither. Getting it from Amazon at retail or at least with free shipping. Robert says I cleaned up today at my Target. Halo drop $6.50 Yondu for $7.49. 4 Sunman 3 packs for $14.99 each. That's not bad. Nice job. Nice, very nice. Abnog says same here. I'm still waiting to find Linkso at discounted price. Who's Linkso?
Sounds like a Mo 2 figure.
Oh, okay.
Guessing that's Mo
See,
2.
I stick with Revelations, and I stick to Revelations, and I'm good. Abnog says the Target told Dante, "Nah, no full Black Widow for you. Get the hell out of here unless you want some tiny Matt figures." Yeah, I didn't even want those either.
Well, in terms of pre-orders taking forever, I think I saw Jay Hernandez just put out on Twitter that he finally canceled his Tracksuit Mafia figures that never got sent to him from Target.
Yo, I'm keeping mine on. No. Target owes me that. Target owes me that. I'm sorry. No. Target owes me that one. Because no, you should. Number one, I shouldn't find them in stores before I find them at your if I order them online. Like, no. Send out my online order first and then send them to the stores.
That's what happened to my April, man. Like it said it was in stock. I'm like, nah, I got it in order. I'll just wait for it. It should be shipping. Got my foot soldiers, no April. And I'm like, oh, it got back ordered. Okay, I can accept it. Got back ordered like 3 more times. And I'm like, okay, this is getting ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. Like, no, Target, no. That's ridiculous. That is truly ridiculous.
Normal read now. He's not the fleshlight anymore.
Okay, that looks a little less fleshy.
Yeah, see, the thing is, like I said, those would be great if they just were 6 inches.
Right? Yeah.
Oh, sure. Art says, so I need to hunt for April for Arthur.
Yes. You're not going to find it, dude. You're not going to find it. All these scalpers out there are just gobbling this stuff up. And plus, NECA just needs to make more. Where's the little animated cartoon turtles that I didn't get a hold of because they sold crazy as it? I need to go shit in NECA's warehouse.
Let's see.
Oh, hey, in terms of NECA, real quick too, how crazy is it? R.I.P. Pee Wee Herman.
Yeah.
NECA just showed his Toonie Terror, I think, out at SDCC. And the poor man kicks it. So, yeah. Crazy to hear, man. He kept that a secret and everything. It was very Chadwick Boseman-esque.
What's even crazier is that everybody wants to focus on his arrest and all that stuff. It's like, dude, he went to an adult theater. What are you going to go? What's an adult theater for? That's my like I picture that's what people do when they go to that stuff. But because
he just got caught doing it.
Well, it's because it was him, I'm sure that's what drew the attention more.
Yeah,
but
and then people got to let the past go with something like that. Like he was embarrassed. He did his time regarding that. Like let the man rest. He went on.
He turned his life around after that.
Yeah, he definitely rebounded after that. It just stinks when you see somebody who does good after that. Him and Elvira were apparently very close friends. Cassandra Peterson. She posted on her Instagram, I think it was like a 4 or 5 minute long birthday message. He sent her a video message, and it's hilarious and so heartfelt. Anybody who likes Elvira or Pee Wee, go check out her Instagram because she's probably watching right now, and it was a wonderful, it just showed you the type of guy that he was. It was really, really nice.
Did you see that latest Pee Wee movie?
The latest Pee Wee movie? No.
Yeah. The last one on Netflix, right? You're talking about.
No, I missed
that.
I
haven't seen that one.
It was cute. It was cute.
I'll have to check it out.
I mean, it's
what's going on, Kiwi Collectors? Says good day, gentlemen, gents. We got a Tizzle in the house.
What the hell was that, Dante?
Yo,
what was that?
Hey,
no, that looked like a little dick coming between the fingers.
Okay.
You're like.
All right, so just for clarity, if you remember the old song by Little John and Usher, it was like A-Town Stomp, like that one, He's like, yeah. That's how you do the A-Town, like you just like that's how you do A symbol. So it's like the E for East Coast, like
Hey, before we move on from Pee Wee, check this out. They actually played Pee Wee's Great Adventure at a local drive-in, and we got there pretty early. And they had like a prop bike on display. It was really cool. But they actually gave out commemorative tickets. This would have been like the beginning of summer.
That's awesome.
So again, pretty crazy. Like I was going to throw them away. Like, what do I do with these? And I just happened to forget they were back here. Now it's like, holy crap! Like,
now you better frame that. Yeah.
They're gonna frame for sure.
Don says I still have an Ewok on pre-order from BBTS. Originally, ETA was February 2021.
Just wait. They'll find it because they always keep us. They pull stock and put it aside and wait for the price to go up. That's
Dude,
the BBTS way.
Sorry, not BTS, but Target. I found a full Thor Ragnarok wave at full price this past week at Target, just sitting there. I was like, where did this come? Like, must have been a box in the back they must have found or something. But like, where yeah, in terms of things getting lost and found, like what the hell? Like who's buying that?
I don't know.
Nobody.
Robert says my Target had all the Legend Spider-Man stuff. Yo, my Target had like 2. They had Chasm and Tarantula. That was about it. Happy says I can vouch for the Fleshlight.
He vouched for the adult theater too.
Kiwi says, haha, Mr. Fantastic, one size fits all. Grace says, I asked Steve from Mr. Steve from Hasbro about the vendor reissue pre-orders. Apparently they get told to put up a pre-order, and once we get enough orders, we will reissue it. Oh, okay. I guess.
We stick it in the microwave, RG. He's ready to go.
RG says, Arthur, that's not what Reed Richards is for. Robert says, I bought the Electra from my Kenosha. Is that Wisconsin? WI, Wisconsin? Yeah, I think so. I think I know my states somewhat. Damien says, talking Thundercats, Dante. Okay, Thundercats. Thundercats. Grace says, Linkso is a Super 7 Thundercats. It's the blind guy with the huge. Oh, yeah, yes. I know you're talking about Linkso. Linkseos. What's going on? Justin collects.
I thought he was talking about AWOC because isn't there a guy named Lynx something?
Lynx, yeah, I think it's but it's spelled different. I think it's like almost a spell. I think it is spelled the same actually. Dom says I got my April before a scalper at Target in Vegas. He was wilding all over in his Hawaii shirt just as I got there. Yeah.
Did he have sandals with socks?
He's like, hey, there's that April.
Not just normal socks. He had those diabetes socks.
Come on, damn it! I got diabetes, sir. I got that Wolf of Brimley stuff.
I mean, it's all good. You can still poke fun at it. That's the great thing about it.
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah.
If I had AIDS, I would still poke fun at AIDS. I mean, it's, stuff's funny.
Not HIV, full blown AIDS.
Space AIDS, bro.
Family Guy.
Space AIDS.
Do you ever watch It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia by chance, Art?
Yes, I love it.
Love the water park episode this time of year where Frank pretends to have AIDS to go to the front of all the lines.
Yes.
I got the AIDS.
Danny DeVito is amazing.
National treasure. Hey, update from Six Packs and Knickknacks. I just got a text from him. He said, I tried at the self-checkout. Associate girl scanned in front of me per my request after I got the service member alert. Said it's recalled by manufacturer. Others having some similar issues across Instagram. One was there at another store. Tried to buy it. Got shot down there too. So those 4-packs are being recalled by Mattel apparently.
Because there's cocaine inside the figures. Crack them open.
That's why they're so friggin' expensive, man.
I guarantee it's not a full recall. It's just like, hey, just keep these back to their street dated. I guarantee it's probably something stupid like that.
But have you ever heard them use the word recall though on something like that? They usually say it's street dated or it's not ready. Like they're using the word recall. So
we're talking about Mattel here though too. Mattel likes to do wild stuff. They're wild.
Mattel didn't send Judd his basic figure. Is like he ordered like Tila or somebody like that. It was in stock and they never shipped it. And it's still saying that they're going to ship it and they haven't shipped it. And it's caused him to say, "I'm done with Masters of the Universe." Like because they wouldn't ship a normal standard figure. It wasn't exclusive. Just wouldn't send him his figure.
I love that. Rage quitting is amazing. I do it all the time. Like, screw you. I'm done buying this now. It's good.
I mean, that's honestly going to be a way to, if people did that, then companies would start doing stuff right. Their prices would drop down.
Case in point, plastic packaging being back or coming back, I should say. Like, I feel like that was the outcry of the internet. I don't always feel like that will do something, but that was so universally disliked. I think that they're all about it.
I can't figure swap anymore.
Right. I mean, like, the thing is, it's like it's still going to happen either way.
Right.
Like, that's the thing. Like, people going to still be mad. Like, even with the plastic, like, oh yeah, and they're going to reach for that figure. Like, oh, somebody already got here and swapped it already. Dang nabbit. And then and then what's going to happen? It's that circle. It's that full circle. Yo, They're figure swapping these figures in plastic packaging. There's no, now I gotta look and see if the figure's in there. Now I'm gonna open up his store. You're basically just doing what the figure swapper just did.
I opened in store.
Right.
I opened almost every single one in store that was in a cardboard box after Amazon pissed me off.
That's legit. That's legit. I can understand that. That is truly legit. That's understandable. I can understand that. But everybody was getting hot. It's like, I don't know. This feels kind of light. Like, yo, light or not. Just like I said, the best thing I could offer as advice for it was just go up to customer service, see if they'll let you open it, see if the figure's in there. If not, you didn't have to pay for anything. If it is in there, you pay for your figure. You got to play with it early before you got
that. And people have seen this in my toy hunts. That's literally what I would do. I wouldn't go to customer service. I would go to like the little recycling bin area right by there. So I was out of the way. I wasn't making a scene. If I filmed it, it was very quiet. And I just opened it up. I looked inside. If it was there, I felt great. And I was just waiting for that moment. I ready to walk over and say, hey, check the cameras. I didn't walk outside. I'm not a scumbag, at least not for that. Please refund my money.
Yeah. I was a little bit of a scumbag on an order that I did on Amazon. Wasn't I don't know. I was like semi scumbag, but I ordered that it was a what was it, the Viper 3-pack, and I got figure swapped, and it's like the guys that swapped the figures, they left the accessories. So I was just like, fuck it, I'm keeping the accessories. I'll send back the figures. They're figure swap. You're just going to send it to one of your weird ass stores that people are going to find it for a penny or whatever. Exactly. So
yep.
I was like, for my time and effort, I got those extra shitty blast effects. Okay.
But the thing is, so my question is, and chat, I like to know what your thoughts are as viewers here too. Like, is it really going? Do you think it's really going to matter now that we're going back to that plastic packaging? Just because you can see it there, is it going to stop you from still buying? I shouldn't say stop from buying, but is it really?
Nobody incriminate yourself on the Infinity Equation podcast. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a figure court of law.
This is what we're going to start seeing with the plastic packaging back with the windows and stuff. You're just going to have a bunch of people standing there staring at boxes.
That's just saying we were doing that before, though. That's what we were doing before.
That's what I'm saying. That's all it's going to be, because we want to make sure we have the best paint apps, and because there's still going to be QC issues. You're still going to get your Spider-Man with crooked lines, missing lines, and then take the figure out of the package and half the paint's off the back. But they don't even paint figures on the back anymore.
That's what gets me, because it's like, when you look at the figure, okay, the front could be great, but you can't see the back of the figure. Like, there might be somebody might have been off that day and just like had the shakes. It was like, oh shoot, let me go ahead and pack that up real quick. They ain't gonna notice till they buy it.
Yep. If anything though, it brings entertainment value, because if there's going to be a fig swap, at least I can see it on the peg. So I'm not buying it, and I can look at it and be like, wow, they really put a 1991 Cody Rhodes inside of a Marvel Legends Hand Ninja box and took it back, and nobody noticed or cared.
But remember what I told you, like that one Target I went to, Batista was gone. They literally they were in the store and had to rip it open right there, and the Batista figure was gone, but all the accessories there. I was like, you might as well take the accessories too. If you took the figure, just put the accessories in your pocket at this point. You're already committed to taking the figure. Mama's committed to take the other stuff too.
Yeah. I don't know.
And that's still going to happen, because I guarantee you, we're going to see more plastic empty packaging sitting on the shelf, because now they can see it and now they can take it. That's right, Rolf. Play that piano for me. They're going to take it out of the plastic.
I'm telling you, Diamond's Muppets are so freaking fun.
Dude, I got the Statler and Wardorf figures 2 summers ago, I guess it was. I saw them in a Jersey toy store that I stopped at on the way home from the beach. Yeah. Oh, dude, they're so good.
Like, this is their re-release stuff.
That's the chair, right? Yeah.
It comes with this whole freaking gazebo in the chairs.
It literally, it's in my living room. Like, they're literally heckling me on a daily basis, or like making fun of whatever I watch on TV. I love it. They are so good. Six Packs Knickknacks and our other buddy Pat actually dresses them for Halloween one year, so I have a special connection to those characters. Bergen.
And then I was looking at him and I was like, damn, he actually comes with all of that stuff.
That's epic.
I'm going to kick you in the mirror.
So good. It's so
Um,
good.
Yeah,
Dom
one
says, I don't
Muppet's
think
crazy.
I am a Muppet. Dom says, I don't think plastic packaging will impact theft, but there will be more. Maybe more impulse buys. Greg says, seeing the paint apps and if the accessories are there. Okay, I get you. The accessories, understandable, fully understandable accessories if they're missing. The prices of Legends. NJ Tree says, the prices of Legends and Black Series keep me away, not the boxes. Shrine says it matters to spot QC issues and missing accessories. Omega says once they get back to plastic packaging, hello, double up club. Omega, you wow.
I just
Cruz over here just dying laughing.
Let's rip up all that stuff and throw it in the trash.
Yeah. Bart says, Greg, that's why I bought it online cheaper. It's going to get. I'm not sure what he was. I'm not sorry. I'm not
Hey,
sure.
Dante. Hey, Dante. I'm gonna try something real quick here. Hang on. Just let me see what I can do. Okay, I want to see if I can highlight comments or not. I couldn't remember. I was just trying. Okay, sorry. Go ahead. I saw them turning blue, and I never noticed that before, so I was thrown off.
Oh, when I highlight, yeah. Shar says, to be fair, when I found my deluxe April, I bought the figure and realized too late that she's missing her clamped handcuff. See, like you when you plastic is like it was like, hey, we ain't showing it to you, but you're missing something in there.
What's crazy about that NECA stuff though, like NECA won't do crap for you unless you buy it straight from their site now. They basically have it on their site. Like if you didn't buy it straight from them, you deal with the store you bought it from.
Wow,
sounds about right.
Like that's shitty.
The bigger conversation might even be, and this is not a slight to any of the teams. This isn't a Marvel Legends thing. It's not a Power Rangers thing. It's a Hasbro thing. Didn't they say they were doing that for environmental purposes? That's why they were switching to the cardboard packaging for
Supposedly,
environmental.
yes.
So again, I love that we're getting the traditional boxes back, and I applaud them for that. But doesn't it seem almost odd that, okay, we'll just screw the environment now? Like,
because it's already beyond that point, man. The environment's already screwed. I mean, there's a place in California where it's like all walled off, where they're going to be building like underground, like hundreds of like apartments and stuff, and it's like has its own personal security. They're going like underground.
Dude, no way.
Yes.
I need to send me. I'm not discounting. I'm just saying that's incredible to hear. I need to see a YouTube video about this.
That's why I was scrolling through TikTok or something, and some lady's like, I see this, and was like, film. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. That's like freaking Umbrella from Resident Evil type of stuff. Like it's going to be like a big spiral, and then you could look up and there's like the sky, but you're underground.
I'm telling you, that's Jamiroquai. I'm going deeper underground.
Wow, that just blew my mind. I'll be doing some weird rabbit holes on YouTube later, looking around.
I'll find it. I'll send it to you.
Yeah, hook me up with that, man. I gotta book a condo down there.
Let's see. That mother.
Greg says, disavow the new plastic is supposed to be bioplastics. Kiwi Collector says, I tend to pass on most Legends, but when I see the new figure embedded in their glorious clear plastic tomb, I'm much more likely to stop, look, and possibly buy.
Can we go back to Greg's?
Hey, Kiwi, what goes on?
Isn't that what all Marvel Legends are made out of now? That bioplastic? That's why they're all dummy. That's why their knees are like.
Stride says it was all virtually singly propaganda with windowless packaging.
They're probably just trying to get their stock to be, numbers higher or whatever.
Yeah. Hankin says it's art. Gross. I'm out. Hey, fellas.
I'll show you gross, man. It's sort of like, when you whip it out, it's sort of like if you took a can of Spam and just let it slide out of the can and hit the plate, Don't make me do that on stream. I'll do it.
No. You're not denying it.
Leave the Spam alone.
Right. Good Lord. Don says, my new job is to get involved in bioplastic. Abnog says, Underground City, bunch of copycats. I've been living down well for ages, according to Dan. Yo, Hankins says, "Is Dante one of the few Americans who actually knows Jamiroquai?" Yes, I do know Jamiroquai.
I got both Jamiroquai albums.
I got some canned heat too. Kiwi says, "Tim, my man, bloody good. Thanks, mate. How are you?"
Good to hear from you, buddy. And I'm doing good.
And Happy says, "I can vouch for spam."
He's just been vouching for everything.
What isn't it? Isn't it Hawaii who like loves spam? Like in Hawaii, spam is like a
Spam is
superly eaten food.
Spam's actually not bad.
Oh, I used to do spam and eggs and stuff for breakfast, but I think Hawaii, it's like a thing. Like it's not a stereotype. It's like admitted. Like we love spam in Hawaii.
Dude,
there's a Google search for it. Spam in Hawaii.
Spam, it's delicious.
Somebody in the chat, get on that right now. Look up spam in Hawaii.
But you want to know what's gross that people say is, at least here in Maryland, when I came here in Maryland, they eat stuff called scrapple.
Oh, yeah. We have that here.
That's
I stay away from it.
That is the most disgusting, foul thing I've ever tasted.
Yep.
And it's like has the consistency of like a paste. It's like liver. It's so freaking gross.
Hey, yell louder. Tizzle says she loves scrapple.
Well,
when her dad
loves it. It's disgusting.
No.
It's like a Play-Doh loaf that you fry up. It's the nastiest stuff ever. Like,
wow, everybody's like chiming
to
on
be from
spam.
her butcher. They're
the inside of like a bean, like that consistency when you start chewing in the scrapple.
Kiwi says Koreans love spam too. Art says spam is awesome.
Damn straight.
Bart says, when I was stationed in Guam, spam was everywhere and on the McDonald's menu. It dates back to World War II. Good Lord.
Dante, formal request.
Yes.
Could you potentially add a can of spam to the thumbnail later on tonight? Just imagine the comments we'd get. It'd be amazing.
Omega Weapon. That sounds amazing. That sounds so good.
Spam and rice seaweed wrap. Oh, man. You know what? I never had seaweed, so I can't say.
What?
I don't. I'm allergic to seafood. That's why. So I don't really eat sea stuff. So I can't.
I wonder if you'd react to seaweed.
It's a good question. I don't know. I'll have to try and see.
Guess we're having an experiment at Legion's Con, Dante.
Right. Like here's one of those little dried up little seaweed things. Try it.
No,
and then
everybody
have somebody.
Legion's Con Saturday,
just in case.
Everybody get your phones out. We're going to video Dante eating seaweed and see what happens.
Make sure you have one of those allergy
No, we can't do it at Legion's Con because if somebody has to drive for me because just in case I start like throwing up all over the place and I can't do it, I have to take a Benadryl and I'm out. I'm done.
I'll supply the EpiPen. Don't worry.
No, I just take it. I'm just going to take my Benadryl and I'm done. Either I'm crashing in somebody's hotel room. That's it.
His allergic reaction is his nuts just get ginormously swollen.
That'll be the worst. That's rather just throw up.
Like Stan's dad in South Park.
What happened to Dante? I don't know.
No. Toy Chase says,
where'd you get the bean bag from?
Be hopping around, Legend kind of like, hey, let's go to flip. Toy Chase says, I love Jamiroquai. I was in my 20s in the 90s. We were all, oh no, wait a minute, no, I wasn't in my 20s in the 90s. So I was about to lie. I was young buck. It's in my teens. Johnny says, when I used to eat meat, I love fried spam. Wait, are you vegan, Johnny?
Is it still classified as meat? It's sort of like byproduct or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's delicious though.
You know what? I never had spam.
What?
Yeah, I never had no really use for it, and nobody ever cooked it in my household. So I was just like, yeah, scrapple. Now my grandparents love scrapple. But there was no spam.
One day I'll show up at your house and I'll just make you breakfast, just so you can have some nice fried spam and eggs, and then I'll just leave. Be like, here's some breakfast. You had it. See ya.
I'd be like, thanks, I appreciate it.
with a big old cup of coffee, steaming hot.
Exactly. That's all that matters. As long as I have my coffee in the morning, we're good. Ratface 44.
I'm making you breakfast out there, Dante, at Legion's Con.
I still gotta get my
My
coffee
idea.
with Trevor. Like Trevor still, me and Trevor still have not got our coffee yet.
Wait,
Greg says, anyone been
Trevor's
paying? Sorry, go ahead.
Trevor's a coffee connoisseur.
Yes.
Oh man,
Greg says, anyone been paying attention to classified heads since the Spirit/Storm Shadow Wave? They shrunk the pegs to these tiny things, and they keep changing the depth of the peg in the head. No, I have not paid attention to any of the pegs that they have been doing.
it's Hasbro.
But actually, that's just GI Joe brand, because usually the Legends pegs are about the same. Most times theirs stays about the same most time. Not gonna say all the time, but most of the time, the Legends figures have the same head pegs. Joe's, I noticed they do change every once in a while. Ratface 44 says spam, 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 baked beans, spam, spam, spam.
Hospital.
Oh man. Oh, all right. Happy. See you later. Says drum practice time. Great stream. Catch y'all later. Trapticons EX coming soon. Peace.
I don't know. He vouched for a lot of sus stuff, so maybe that's what he's going to check out.
Talk about, huh? Hun, who's this guy in the kitchen? Oh man, Darkly also says Scrapple is horrible. Still remembering tasting it years ago. Oh my goodness. I don't know. I'm good. Dom says comic and MCU all have different size pegs. Their comics do, like the comic ones do change too as well. Greg says happy AF date heads will need to take on Joe bodies. The neck heights will be a problem on some bodies though.
Wait, is saying Action Force or is he saying Happy
Action Force?
Oh, okay. You have to use some of that tech, I think, in some of the neck stuff, where it starts splitting a little bit.
Yeah. So we didn't really go over to Joe's last time. Oh, wait a minute. Here's Johnny's answer. Where'd my mouse go? There we go. Johnny says, Dante, during lockdown, I was hitting the drive-thru and eating so much Popeyes and Dad, going, don't drag Popeyes into this. They didn't do nothing. Joe and Jollibee fried chicken. I'm bad at moderating, so I cut off meat to be in control of my diet. I'm so sorry to hear that.
Never had Jollibee.
Same here.
But you could go still to Popeyes and try their strawberry biscuit, which, it's not really meat, but it's a pretty tasty treat.
It is.
Like the aftertaste, like as I'm eating it, I'm like, this looks like it wouldn't have flavor and then it'd be disgusting, but it actually almost reminds me of like the flavor of a toaster strudel in a sense. Right. It's weird.
But it's a biscuit that still chokes you either way.
Yeah, it does.
You need a drink with it. Like it will choke you. Like
sometimes you need a good choking though.
Not from no biscuit. You just guys rolling back your head like.
Here's a little baby unboxing art story. So my mom was a really good cook. She would like do stuff from scratch. She loved baking. One day she made the attempt to make homemade biscuits, and they were so bad that they turned out they were hard as a rock. So my stepdad would use them as like clay pigeons. And then one day he told me to take off in the yard. So I was running. He went to throw it and he clocked me in the head with it. And I started crying because it was so hard. So, yeah.
Oh, dang.
It knocked me down. Like
death by biscuit.
You're right. What happened, son? Got concussed. With what? A biscuit?
Right.
Who hit you with a biscuit? How hard was that biscuit? What's going on?
The biscuit didn't even break, though. That's the crazy part.
It stayed right in place. It's like, yeah, I'm a true biscuit. Like, nah.
It's like in Austin Powers. Honestly, who throws a shoe? Who
right.
throws a biscuit? Honestly, who throws a biscuit?
Oh man. All right. Last week we didn't get to the Joes, so we're gonna get to some of the Joes. Do some of the Joes here. They did show the vamp. I don't know if we went into depth in talking about this because I was curious, like what people thought the price of this was going to be. Because we're getting the figure, we're getting the extra accessories and the vamp itself. So what do you guys think, Air? If you're watching as well, just chime in with like how much you think this is going to be.
It's hard to tell because like it's a digi render. So
Mhm.
one thing I do find amusing is there's a lot of people on there on YouTube trying to do comparisons against the Vanguard and this and trying to act like it's like, dude, nobody's giving a solid price and this is a digital render. Like, how are you even going to try to compare and try to say one's better than the other and all that type of shit? But I would say this is probably going to lead more into, I would say maybe around 90 something dollars around there.
Okay.
How
think
much?
so?
Here, okay, here's again. You guys can maybe help me formulate my response.
Mhm.
So, if we were to set that down next to the Ram cycle, how much more plastic do you think is being used with the Jeep versus the cycle? Because I think
I'm-
that's probably the key to the answer.
I'm
It's a lot
assuming
more plastic.
double is what I'm assuming.
And the Ram cycle was what, $44.99?
40-something.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I originally I was being optimistic, trying to tell myself like $68.99 or something weird.
Trouble bubbles are like 55 or something.
Yeah.
Like
So that's just it. So we get into the scale, how they're very compared to the other ones. So yeah, I think you're right, Art. I think probably closer.
But
to
it also
$100.
depends. Like if we look at this vamp here, how crammed is it going to be? Like, because it's not like the typical vamp where it can hold like 4 people and all that
Mhm.
stuff. You got maybe a guy that can sort of hang off whatever he's standing on to get onto that gun, and then 2 in the vehicle.
Right.
And it's not that much play because look at there's no doors.
No.
I don't think there's going to be much roof. I think it's like the normal like I don't even. It's hard to say because we only get that one view, but
Mhm.
for basing off this image, it looks looks small.
Yeah. It's like golf cart size almost. Like
Right.
it's so weird when you go across the line, like the Fortnite boat, how much plastic there was involved with that for what that might cost.
A lot.
Yeah. So
It
and what was that originally? Like 50, the Fortnite boat?
I think it was like 70 something.
Was that
I
more?
thought.
No, I'm
Yeah, it
really
was
happy.
70.
Then I'm really happy I
it was
found it
70.
always
'Cause
now.
it was deep discounted at Ollie's. Yeah, it was
Yeah,
like
very
70, and I was like, nah. I was like, I'll wait till it drops in price.
Wow. But so that's where I think again, even though the companies are different, and obviously you get in the tooling as well. Like this is something new they had to make, so it's going to cost a little bit more. It's not like they're reusing anything with this. So yeah, I think you probably hit the nail on the head, Art. I'd say probably closer to 90s or 100, 89, 99, 94, 97.
Yeah.
Weird.
I have to agree with that as well.
I'm just
Like,
scared that they're gonna like skimp out because like I like Breaker in his cycle and everything. It's just like I feel like they almost skimped it. They made it a little bit smaller than it should for the Ram cycle, and I'm scared they're gonna do this with the Vamp, and I hope they don't because they're gonna try to like get it on the shelves and all that type of stuff. But
Yeah, and that's the other thing. Like, do you think we'll see this like retail shelves, or is this just going to be like a fan channel exclusive? Do we think that this is something that's going to be available on shelves? And if it is available on shelves, how much are people gonna wait till it gets discounted down at Target to start picking them up?
this is one that you if you try to wait for it to go on clearance, you better have like a Target that's out or a store that's just way out there where nobody goes because it's GI Joe. GI Joe sells, flies off the shelves. You know, unless you're Lady J, you know,
or a retro figure
or Gung Ho.
Yeah. And the other question too is, will this require assembly? Do you think it'll be like a build a vehicle where you actually have to pop it together?
No, I think you
I
have
think
to
the
pop
tires
the,
you might need to pop on if you look at like how the thing is on there, the gun. But I think it's just going to be like the body, tires, little things that you have to snap on. But I don't think it's the whole lower half and top half snapping together.
Exactly. Real quick, we got a super chat from Johnny. Thank you. Says, enjoy a delicious drumstick for me. Whatever I'm in downtown Vancouver or Toronto, I always smell Popeyes and Jollibees before I see the store. Thank you, Johnny. I will enjoy that delicious drumstick on you, sir. Thank you. Real quick, Damien says 115. Dom says, I'm hearing rumors of $100. Stratton says, I would like the price to be around 90. Grace says, Van price was talked a lot of ChrisCon in comparison with other Joe offerings. 100 to 120 was the assumption. It's so much fun. It's so much more than the Ram, Trouble Bubble, and Serpentor Chariot. Yeah, because how much was the Chariot? Wasn't that like?
You can't really compare that one because you got the extra, you got the fancy box tax, and then you got the convention tax that they slap onto those figures.
Yeah, that's true. Dom says it's probably going to be a lot of shell plastic, so I could see it being 100. Striding saying the Mutant Mayhem Turtle Van is priced around 40.
And that thing, but it's also has that battery operated disc launch in amazingness.
Yes,
but also the $40 van is also, I've seen people when they have it all together, they try to close that front up. It's such a thin ass plastic. It's almost reminds me of Super 7. But you try closing the stuff up, it just it's too thin.
I guess I don't know. That's a hard comparison because comparing it to a turtle van, and because everybody and the uncles got the license for turtles, and so you got a lot of options. With just the Joes, it's kind of like you just kind of have Hasbro as your options with vehicles that they provide you. But there is I guess you got Super 7 with some of the figures that they put out, like the original kind of cartoon look.
Dante, I'd actually like to take the opportunity. I wasn't going to do it tonight, but I'm proud to announce I actually just acquired the rights for TMNT as well. And my own TMNT line will be coming out in the next 12 to 16 months. So stay tuned.
Yeah.
It's going to be 2.7 inch scale. That was the only license still available. So they will be rather small. They might scale with your micro machines, but I'm excited about it. So it's a big investment for me. I'm pumped.
There you go. I'm
I
happy for you.
I wish they'd bring back those mini turtles that were like Mighty Max and stuff like that, because those worked great with your 1/12 scale figures as toys. So
yeah. Stefan S says nobody mans the gun. It's remotely controlled.
What?
Greg says,
is he joking?
I don't know because I mean,
he might be right because look at the back, sort of like it's at a weird angle, so you'd have to be like leaning forward and then like.
Yeah, and you really don't see anything like to really like stand on back there.
I mean, there's some weird stuff going on in the back. That's why I was assuming he'd stand that back there, but
I would agree with you, but I don't know. I have no idea. Greg says, yeah, there's no gunner. That stuff at the trunk of the area is a holder for the gas cans. So yeah, there's no gunner back there, which is weird.
Yeah, I'll stay around that $90. I would say, but it's Hasbro, so they could try to milk it for 100 to 120. I could see that too.
Bart says still ain't found no boat. That's what Art would say.
No, it's good. Still ain't found no. I have the boat, man, and I'm like, I gotta box it back up. But when I get to my new place, I gotta figure out where I'm going to put the damn thing.
Greg says Vamp totally will be digital exclusive, which I'm thinking too. I'm thinking the Vamp's going to be like fan channel exclusive. I don't think they're really going to put this in stores. Because I don't know if they would have a hard sell trying to tell the retailers like, hey, this is. But they did sell the motorcycle, so it's kind of like it's a hard sell on each set because you're like thinking maybe this may go in retail because they did have the motorcycles there in retail. They had a Tiger Force Duke with his bike, Breaker with his bike was in retail. So I don't know.
Could it be the obvious Hasbro Pulse exclusive where it's just Pulse?
Yeah, they got to do something to prevent people from putting an old shoe in there and returning it and getting their money back.
Why the hell is all this scrapple inside this empty box?
Right,
it's cold. It's all warm and
empty can of Spam. What was wrong with this guy? What was his diet like?
Spam-rific. Newcastle 6666 says Vamp MK2 would be great. Hasbro loves repaints. Art says Johnny. I'll take Dante to Jollibee in New York when we go to NYCC. Robert's saying 120.
See that, Dante? He invites you to Jollibees and all that stuff. Archie, don't do that for me.
We got to come to New York Comic Con. They're with us. Yeah, you got to come out to New York. Greg says Disavow will make them out of wood. He whittles.
I'd be whittling.
Johnny says TMT and an old mask or Starcom scale would be cool.
It would.
And then Dom says, I got the rights to 7-inch caveman turtle hoods, ETA quarter 2027. Bart says it will have a platform back there because they are using it for the Stinger as well. Oh, wow. Okay, wait a minute. So Dom says they were kind of teasing Stinger at SDCC. I could see it being a repaint of this. And then Dart says, I need those mini turtles. How's their articulation?
FAT,
says, damn it,
baby.
Arthur.
Fat articulation. FAT.
RG says, damn it, Arthur. I tell you to go to like 10 different shows a year. Pick one.
Because you tell me to go, but I don't want to go by myself. What fun is
You'll
that?
never be by yourself. You'll never be by yourself. Either me or Art will be there. Or Tim will be there. Or NJ Tree. And you can't teach that. Like, he'll be there. Or Dom will be there. Or Matthew. Like, there's a lot of people who will be there.
Legion's Con this year in particular is going to be
everybody's
nuts. Everybody on the West Coast is flying out. Jurassic Jesse's coming out. Cheney's going to be here. The Toy Migos guys. 80s Baby was there last year, obviously. It's going to be insane. It's going to be so cool having that many people hanging out at that show, just, chilling. It's going to be great.
I'll be RG's employee. He's going to have me slaving at his table. He's like, I'm going to go and enjoy hanging out with people. It's like, sell my stuff, fool. I'll be like, yes, sir.
NJ Tree's over here talking about security always for hire. Guess so, because you can see over like, hey, back up.
Giant Rebel Tech joints in my caveman turtle.
There you go. Dom's always, he's always one step ahead. I'm not sure, Greg. I'm not sure on that. That's a good question.
What type of picture is
Robert
this?
says, I'm all in for female Joes. I don't know. So look, I'm not gonna say a lie. I don't know every G.I. Joe.
No, I know the Joe, but why is that picture so tiny?
That's how they have it. It's just how they came up on the screen. I can make it bigger.
Enhance.
Oh, Agent Helix. I have no idea who Agent Helix is.
Yeah, I kind of gotten to the point with Joe's. If I don't know who it is, I probably will not pick it up. I'm trying to stick to the Joes that I do have some sort of like emotional connection to from watching as a kid or something, unless it's something that's just so bananas, that's so crazy looking or awesome that I really feel the need to have it. So I'm kind of being picky with these anymore.
I only get them because I didn't get a chance to have them as a kid. So this is like my indulgence of them to have them in 6-inch form. So that's one reason why I do it.
When I started my channel, during the pandemic, a lot of the bigger numbers I popped for toy hunts were when I found G.I. Joes early. So I almost felt like beholden even more. Like I got to keep buying them. And finally I was like, buy what you like. Don't buy what you think you have to buy,
Right. Greg says Helix is from the late 2000s before the movie lines. Okay.
Yep.
Then we have the Agent SMS 788 Fire Team. Techno Viper.
I hate the Techno Viper in that color, but it's going to be more to go with my His tank, and this I feel like should have been one of the stretch goals for the His tank instead of like the weird attachment pieces to make it look retro. Like this should have been one.
I agree with you on that.
Maybe not the figure, but the actual this setup. Yeah.
Any word on the His tank? Has anybody heard anything in the wind about when they're going to be shipping?
It's supposed to be fall. Around October, November, around there.
Yeah, because that's when they usually start shipping out like all their HasLab stuff. It's like October, November. Because you'll see, like, you may see people like start getting notices like towards the end of September, and then like kind of like getting October. Whoever's like closest, they'll start getting theirs in. So I would say probably October. Emails probably start going out sometime in September. That's when you start seeing shipping notices, and then October, November is probably when everybody start getting them in hand.
I think my long-term decision has been I was going to finally unbox my Galactus, which I still haven't done. However, I think I'm going to put out a YouTube video unboxing Galactus when everybody else puts out their His Tank video, so I don't feel left out. Like, you don't need
Hey,
to watch
everybody.
all these His Tanks. Come watch another Galactus review, the final review of Galactus.
But the His Tank is going to be so freaking beautiful.
Yeah.
Just seeing the little upgrades and updates they did at SDCC on it, with like the way they did the heat on the barrels, and it's
Mhm.
not to make it even worse for you.
Now, because he's gonna be like, "Hey, everybody, it's your boy just about again, unboxing Galactus." Yeah, had this thing for about a year now or so, but I'm about to unbox it. While you're on sitting there unboxing your His Tank, let me unbox my Galactus.
Why didn't
for
you? Why didn't you open your Galactus though? Like I would think, like a HasLab like that, you'd be like, you'd want to have it.
Okay, so some people have heard this before. I'll keep it short and sweet, but so I got my Sentinel like super early. Like I was one of the first like groups, I think, to get that Sentinel in. And like I'm like on the porch waiting for like FedEx or whatever. I was so pumped. Knocked out the review, the whole 9 for YouTube. And then I was the opposite end for Galactus. I got it super late. And then it just turned into a thing where I was like, I love this figure. I already know I love it because I've seen other reviews of it. And it just got weird. Like I couldn't get myself in the mental space to finally unbox it. And now it's like a thing. Now it's just this thing in the back of my brain. Like I just stare at Galactus every day. Like, is today the day? Is today the day? But I will tell you this. If I do go through with that plan, because originally I said I would open Galactus this summer. I did promise people that. What I will do though, I'll promise you this. If I wait until the His Tank comes out, I will totally make a very clickbaity thumbnail where Galactus is like farting on the box of the His Tank. Just to be like, yeah, Galactus. You guys want to see Galactus?
You should have him like sitting on top of His Tank, like using it as like a little buggy, like
But
the
if you
kids'
do
little
that,
buggies.
I'll do the His Tank rolling over Galactus.
Will I get will I get demonetized if I have Galactus showing a middle finger at the box? And again, just for the record,
the battle of the HasLabs.
Yes, and just for the record, for people who are crazy, it's not because they don't like GI Joe or the His Tank. It's just a joke. It's a joke, people. I'm very happy that His Tank's gonna be out there for people, and I'll probably see it at conventions and go, man, 600, I could probably swing that, and then I won't do it.
They're gonna be like, Tim, you bought up all my Galactuses, black guys. That's what it's gonna be. So when you say like multiple Galactus, it's Galacti. You bought up all my Galacti.
It's the final Galactus.
Dom says it should be shipping fairly soon. It was gorgeous at SDCC. Dom says the Dragonfly may be as long as Galactus is tall. It was massive. From what I've seen the pictures, it looked great. I'm glad I did get the Dragonfly because that thing looked magnificent. Greg said, dude, there were 4 Galactis Galacti at ChrisCon. One was even given away in a raffle.
Dude, real quick, SDCC, that was so awesome seeing Ryan Ting. I don't know if you watched it or not. Like after their panel, he was just like running around through the crowd giving out figures that they were giving out for free. And he had the Galactus at one point, like holding it over his head. Like, shout out to him, man. That's just love of the game at that point. Like that dude is just good at his job, man. Seriously, that was so cool to see. Oh, what was that Galactus going for? I'm just curious because I haven't seen one at a con in the last like 3 or 4 cons I went to. And typically you always see at least one Galactus. So I'm curious what it's going for.
$2.
I think he's how much?
$2, Bob.
$2.
This is not Price is Right.
Well, you're certainly not over. That's
yeah. I think it's still hitting for like 600 at some places. Some people are still asking like 500 or 600 for it.
Yeah, and I'm not selling mine, by the way, but I just I was curious because again, I was seeing them at every con. Like almost every booth had like their one Galactus that was up there, for around that price. And I was just curious if the prices have gone down at all, or if people are sticking to their guns on it.
You know what? This is going to be like a cheap promo, but Legendverse, like that website, I was checking it out today, and it's very well done. I did sign up for the subscription. I'm going to try it out and see how it is. But it actually keeps a track. Like you can go in and add all the Legend figures that you have in there, and it tells you like if their price range is going up or down.
Wait, you gotta pay for that?
It's like it's like $10. And
is it like Action Figure 411, similar to that?
I'm not sure because I've never been on there.
$10 a month?
I think so.
Well,
Or
well,
it's-
well,
I think it's. I can't remember. I think it's like $10 a
You
month or
better-
$10
Are you gonna be selling your figures? You be selling any of them?
No,
Then
I just
cancel
need- I
that
just
damn
need-
subscription, bro.
Hold on.
Come on.
this is the
You
thing.
can just
So
give me $10, okay?
it's easier for me to do that because I can export it into an Excel sheet and then cancel my
Okay.
subscription.
that's a good feature. But yeah, if there's an app, I'm assuming it's still available, still works. Action Figure 411, where it's pretty much the same thing. Like they have, except I don't think you can do a search. I think you actually have to like go in and like they have it in alphabetized for Legends. They have Black Series, all the different figures in there. But if you haven't seen that, it's worth checking out that site. I found it to be pretty relatively accurate.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like Legendverse was pretty accurate. Like I just go in and click, and it just added to my collection, real simple and easy. I was like, oh, yep, got. And it does break it down by how much it originally how much it originally cost when it came out, plus like if it's plus or minus the price, like the value of it is going up or down. Some of them I was just like really surprised. I'm like, yo, this figure really went up in price. Like this is like one of the like you gotta be kidding, like you're joking, right? Some
You could just get Excel and type your own list of figures, and if you want to see what stuff sells for, Macari is a great representation.
you want to see how
There you
lazy I am? That's how lazy I am.
So that justifies you spending the $10 a month. I don't know.
Yeah, I was just lazy. Look, it's lazy. It's just laziness. Okay.
Does that cost
Leave me alone,
anything?
No, this is free. I keep saying it's an app. I think it's just that I have it bookmarked on my screen. It's just a website, actionfigure411.com. I've used it before when I was trying to buy something on eBay to see if I was paying a good price or not. I would say check it out for anybody that's looking to kind of assess what things are going for in the market.
No, I wasn't assessing. It was just for me to catalog my collection. I'm like, yo, look, just in case something happens to me and I need somebody to come in and sort it. I'm like, look, here's everything in the Excel sheet. Like, yo, just go ahead.
You
and
need
do
that
what
call
you need
of friends. You need that call of friend. That friend that's got your back. That's going to be like, hey,
to do. Oh, I
I'll
do.
make sure your family sells it for top dollar. You're not going to be a garage sale where stuff's for $2, $3.
My homeboy was put in the ground. Tomorrow I'm looking through his collection. Exactly.
Yeah.
I would say
I
too
have
with
that.
Dante, this takes full circle there earlier in the show, sir.
Mm.
That's why you need to post your figures on Instagram, because God forbid there's a fire or something and you lose a lot of your stuff. We've talked before. I remember Alex Sanchez referred to me as a crazy person for how meticulous my record keeping is, and he's right, I am. But if you having pictures is one of the most important things. My girlfriend's family is in insurance, and they've told me that before. Like, regardless of your insurance, having pictures of what you have is very, very beneficial. So a lot of times Instagram, I'm posting stuff that I pick up almost so I have a record of like, okay, or like when people do like collection room tours.
Mhm.
I think that's great because, again, God forbid, the house burned down. Oh, you don't think I owned all this crazy stuff? Here's a video of everything I owned last week or last month or last year. So,
well, that's why I make sure to take a picture of the PS5 and the PS4 is like kind of like the special one for me because it's the Spider-Man Red Edition one. So that one I have that picture of because that one I had to have it because as being a Spider-Man fan, I love the game, but I need that system more too. And that was hard to come by. The new one looks great too as a PS5, but I was like, you know what? I can't do it right now.
I heard you had a bag of cheeseburgers.
Bag of cheeseburgers
to get that PlayStation.
Which one? The 5 or the 4?
The 5.
No, it was honestly like the PS5. I randomly got on Walmart.com of all places.
Damn it, Dante! You don't get it. I got these cheeseburgers, man. I got these cheeseburgers.
No, I am completely, like I said, I'm completely lost on that one. He lost me. Dom says my brother opened up his Galactus but still hasn't taken out the figures yet. Greg says, Don, just take the figures and ship them to me on that right now. Robert says, with this 3-pack, I'll take this 3-pack and sell the twins. Damien says, disavow, do one better and give Galactus a Cobra Commander faceplate.
Nice.
Robert says, I saw one sell at the King County Toy Show for $675. RG says, what site /app?
I just put it in the chat. Yep, I just put it in the chat. Actionfigure411.com. Yep, I got you, buddy.
Brian says, I was going to buy a retro Baroness and repaint it. Now I need this one for the extra head. Robert says, in short, Dante insured his AOA collection. Oh my goodness. I did not. Because I only have 2 AOA figures, thank you. I have X-Man and Legion. That's it. Don't have no other ones. Oh, I'm sorry. And Joe Magneto. That's it. Those are the only 3 I had.
And believe it or not, Dante actually enabled me, and I ordered Legion online on Target because he had it and talked about how great it was. So
Sweet
the
figure.
ironies of collecting.
He's a solid figure, but he came with nothing.
Yeah. That's the crazy
You
part
know.
about it. He came with exactly zip not.
Dark Beast is good too.
I'm looking
You know,
at my
I
AOA
did. I
shelf
picked him up
right
for cheap.
now. So good.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I did get Dark Beast. He did come cheap.
You
He
didn't
did
get
come with
Sunfire?
Mr.
I was just gonna say
No.
Sunfire. Art, you beat me to it. I'm looking at my shelf right now. Sunfire was and even the Iceman. Both of them, especially look together on the shelf, look freaking fantastic together.
He's like, Art says, how do you not have Sugar Man, Dante? I didn't want
I
the
was
Sugar
just
Man.
gonna say that Sugar Man's like one of my favorite all-time baths. Dead serious. Like it is just, it's just it's nuts. It's a crazy looking figure. Even if you don't know who Sugar Man is, it's awesome looking.
I used to have the old school Sugar Man figure that almost looks very identical to the Bath, which is funny. But then you pulled the switch and it laughed like all those Halloween laugh toys that you would see.
Mr.
But-
Sugar Man.
How do you guys feel about this set of figures? I mean, you guys getting this?
No. Sorry, I got the twins. All right. I only will want it for the Baroness, but I don't need another set of the twins.
I don't even need a Crimson Baroness. Like I don't need the
The head
Crimson
sculpt,
twin.
that's
Like
the
I
only-
need like I like the twins in their normal outfit. Like that's like I
Right.
don't need them to all blend in and the gaudy gold. It's just I don't get it.
Yeah,
That's the that's reuse of the Destro Pimp Daddy Destro suitcase, right?
exactly.
Or briefcase rather. Yeah.
What are you
See,
talking
I
about?
only want the 2 extra heads of
Those are
for
stands.
Baroness.
Those are figure stands.
Oh, the gold things at the bottom are stand.
Yeah. I
Oh,
was like, what? I was like-
Oh, I thought that was. I thought it was.
I thought you were talking about just the colors in general, like they were going for that Pimp Daddy.
I
Yeah,
thought
right,
it was
yeah, that's
this.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was like, wait a second. I'm like, what is he talking about? I was like, no, those they don't each come with a briefcase.
Oh, okay. That would I would have liked army building briefcases personally, but
I don't know.
Yeah,
They're just slapping everything crimson, which makes sense because they got to make some
Yeah.
money for the molds and all that stuff. I can't really hate on it too much. Just isn't in my Joe verse.
Exactly. Yeah, I agree with you. Like this one was not for me. Like I just want the extra head sculpts for Baroness. But
What is
other than
that? What is that one between the snake? Is that like what is that?
It's like I think this is like a mask.
Oh,
It's like a kind of like a mat, like a looks like a robotic mask. I'm not sure. I could be wrong.
they'll get me if they do the suited
Dude.
bodies for the twins. Then I'll pick up more twins if they're suited body.
Yeah. If they're suited, yeah, I'll agree with you. I'll do that.
Look
one
at
too.
Buzzer's codpiece, man. He is packing. He is packing. He's got to have that much protection right there. It's impressive.
I'm happy they're finally digging into the dreadnoughts. Like they're
Dude.
finally digging it.
But where's
He
his
could-
jerry can?
He could totally take one of your mom's muffins or whatever the hell they were, right in the junk,
The
and he'd be
biscuits.
fine.
Right.
Yeah, one of those biscuits right to the groin, and he wouldn't even like flinch. He'd be like, "Yo, I got this cod piece, man."
It stands out like
Yeah.
a sore thumb, though. It's like you like look at the figure, you like look at his eyes because like the goggles and stuff, and then it's just like the cod piece is like, try not to look.
Bam.
Bam.
So the only thing that still gets me is this: can we get some extra hands for these Joes? Like, come on! Like, I don't want like if he's holding this, why is he gonna have a trigger hand? Like, come on! Like at this point, we gotta start put some extra hands in there. Like I'll let you even slide with like the chain here, like this not being a real chain, but like, can we just get some extra hands?
He still needs his jerry can for his chainsaw, though. He like that's what I liked about the one with the 25th anniversary 3 3/4 one. He came with like a little backpack, and the jerry can like fit into the back, and he could just have it on his back.
You know where your jerry can's at? I'll show you where your jerry can's at.
Yeah, with the vamp.
That's it. Your jerry cans with the vamp, sir. It's sitting right here. It's right there.
But they're
That's
not
where it's
red.
at. That's fine.
They'll probably pull
they're
you-
in they're in your 3D printer that I'll just be like, Dante, print these. Here's some money.
Yeah, I actually still had. I think I still had the files for it.
When I see a chainsaw I typically have to buy a figure. So, you know, I have my Ash figures here. You mentioned earlier the Arctic Bat that came with the chainsaw, which I'm guessing will be the same one, I would think. So they might get me here just because I see a chainsaw in the packaging.
Then we got Ripper here. His Jaws of Life.
Which is weird. Like, because he has. Why does he have pineapple grenades? When did they start? What like they have, he has the pineapple grenades on there. Are they? Isn't this
I had it look for
modern?
my
What do you
first
hit?
one.
Like a army surplus and try to get some of these grenades to use or something?
He is a dreadnought, so
I mean, it could be his grandpappy's grenades he took from the war. I don't know.
Oh, that's right. Thank you, Brian, for bringing that up. Grenad's been knocking it apart with their stuff that they've been showing. That throne made of guns, weapons, that was amazing.
For $90.
Yeah. I'm probably going to spend that $90.
I'm still loving the cigars I got from them.
See, I want that, but I'm like, I'm trying. It's. I don't know.
But Brian says, I'm getting the gridiron loadout for Buzzard. I had to check that out. So I think I've seen it, but I just can't remember off the top of my head. Then we got Hawk. Looking a little gray and a little gray. Rigged and rugged. Rugged? Is it rugged? Rigged?
Rugged.
Rugged. Rugged.
Rigid.
Rigid? Yeah.
For her
Rigid.
pleasure. I think. I mean,
It's
it looks good. I think that
Yeah.
holster on his chest is going to make it like it's going to be way too thick. But
Hopefully
still
you can take
gonna
it
hold
off.
pistol.
Hopefully it's just something
Yeah.
you can just kind of remove.
But I think the figure looks good.
Little bag, got two different goggles and a helmet. The face scan on him looks good. Like he looks like he actually has like some life in him. He's
I
seen
mean,
some things.
can you
in
enhance
battle.
it anymore, or is that as zoomed in as you can go?
Look here, this is not a CSI TV show. I can't,
Enhance.
and it's gonna be. It's the more I go in, it gets pixelated.
I mean, go back one. That I don't know. You had it where it was a little bit bigger, but yeah, this will do, pig. That'll do, pig.
Well put. Yeah. Well put. Yeah. And this is another one too, where he's in so many episodes of the show, of the cartoon. It's like, you need to have him on your Joe side, you know, front and
Yeah.
center.
Oh, Greg says, let me see, unboxing. He has pineapple grenades because Joe team can't choose between Vietnam and modern era on the figures. Modern battle Jaws of Life, but Vietnam grenades.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like it's weird.
Time travels is
Just like Flint, his pump action brake shotgun. It's
Yeah, that. Oh my goodness, that was egregious.
I remember I loved it at first until I was like, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
because technically it could break. You load the shotgun, close it, and then pump it. But it's like you're doing
Right.
two actions just to get a couple rounds off.
Yeah, that's why you got the rest of Joe's covering for you. Snake Eyes to take out everybody else while you sitting there
I
reloading.
mean, Snake Eyes would do all the work.
That sounds like
Spirit being there too.
that seems like a robot chicken cartoon or something, like when they had fumbles. it's
Fumbles, yeah.
Fumbles.
He's like,
it's always been
Charles is
fumbles.
Snake. No, it's fumbles. It's always been fumbles.
It's always been fumbles.
Then we got, and once again, we're dipping back into Python Patrol with Copperhead. Not much we haven't already seen.
Did they put blood on his machete?
I think it's rusted over, honest. I think that's what it is. I think it's rust.
Oh,
I don't
From
think it's
the
actually
blood. These things, they get me with these. Again, the majority of mine I picked up were on clearance. I did just pick up the guard for this the other day at full price. I must have had these all as a kid, like a majority of this line, because for some reason when I see them, like it just kicks in that nostalgia feeling. I didn't expect it, and for some reason I just feel the need to have these on a separate shelf somewhere, you know, kind of off from the other ones.
it's a pass for me. I don't collect any of the Python Patrol. I
I
didn't really care for him as a kid, but I mean, I knew a lot of people that did like him, and especially the Crimson Guard and Copperhead. Like those are, I think, some of the bigger ones that I've seen a lot of people play with back in the day.
Yep. Agreed.
Bart says Hawk dyes his hair brown, but doesn't take the time to dye it gray. Don says love the Hawk figure. Greg says Joe team has no military consultants. And Greg says they did not. They put his ribbons on his leather jacket. Ugh. I didn't notice that. Did they put his? Yeah, they did put his ribbons on him. I mean, he was always like most of the time. Wasn't he wearing his leather jacket though? He didn't really have it off too many times, did he?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I visualize him with him wearing it. Yeah.
This a more Python Patrol Cobra patrol officer, I should say. This one's another pass for me. I really don't need none of the Python Patrol groups.
I needed to find one of those Crimson Bats on clearance. Is what I needed to do. I didn't care about any of the Crimson stuff, but I was like, if I could find one on clearance, I could do that swap that people are doing with the Arctic Bat because it looks nice.
Yes, it does. It does look really good. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm gonna skip on this one as well. Like that one, like I like when they have like the very prominent yellow popping out. Just pops a little bit. That one, there's a lot less yellow on that to me, so it doesn't really appeal as much for whatever reason. It doesn't look different enough to me.
And then we got Shockwave. It looks like a riot police officer. Yeah, I'll have to have this one. But see, dang it.
What?
I just thought of something bad, and I just can't say it. I can't say it here live.
Say it.
No, because I could just see the wrong kind of pictures being like people taking with these. That's just way photography.
You're talking about racial ones?
Yeah.
Oh. Does he have a night? Oh, he does have a nightstick.
Yes, he has
So,
a nightstick. That's what. When I see the shield and nightstick, I was like, oh.
I mean, everybody riots. I mean, you're laughing, but it's true.
This quiet riot, right?
We have a
I'm just saying.
We have a riot every Friday night right here on the Infinity Equation podcast.
There you go. But hold on, the real question is: this quiet riot riots? Do they say
probably not?
Gonna take it. No, we ain't gonna take it.
But they did take it.
Oh damn! See, that's what I was thinking about too. Raptors not making a Rodney King playset. Oh no!
Why can't we all just get along?
Yeah. No, stop it! Damn it! But some of the jokes. Everybody riots 2023. I know, Stride. I know. I was just like, yo, I was like, oh.
Maybe that's why they didn't really stock this with this wave.
Oh man, see here he could ride with us like January 6 photos incoming. Yes, Robert, we can.
We can.
Yes, we can. We are the world.
I mean, think about it. 90s and 2000s, we could joke and laugh about stuff like that, and now it's like canceled.
It's important to have a sense of humor. I'll leave it at that. I think that everybody needs to remember that having a sense of humor is okay. It's okay. The world must laugh again, as Homer Simpson once said in Treehouse of Horror. Wait, was that Ron Burgundy I just saw at the top? What the hell was that?
Yeah, it was Ron Burgundy figure, I think.
Oh, geez. Look, I may have to Google that tonight. Look it up on eBay.
It doesn't look good. You don't want it.
Okay. I'm Ron Burgundy. Who's been messing with the teleprompter again?
Yeah. Honestly,
Yeah, there you go. New Dreadnought comes with the buffalo headdress.
Oh my god! Oh, the Sunny in Philadelphia episode where they that was so good. Where it was a best of the year or something like that. So well.
And I'm so glad with like cancel culture and stuff like that It's Always Sunny doesn't gum down their jokes. They're just like, we're going with it.
They to date they've only had to remove I think 3 episodes from Hulu.
Oh really?
There's 3 episodes they've taken down. We'll talk about it off air. But yeah, that episode where Frank is the one doing the bootleg haircuts and hair dyeing for Giuliani, and like It was so good. They're so witty.
You want to know a series
Does.
you should check out? That was an old series that I didn't even know existed.
What's
What's
that?
that?
It was. You remember that channel Fuse?
Yeah.
So, like the competition for like MTV and all that stuff.
Yeah.
They had a show called The Whitest Kids You Know.
Yes.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Yes.
It is the most, like, your jaws just open the whole time, but you're laughing and crying at the same. They push the envelope and it's funny. It's funny. Like,
I'll check that out.
Or the Kids in the Hall was pretty funny too.
I was just thinking Kids in the Hall. Yeah, that was another one. That was what about the Ben Stiller show? There's a throwback for you.
Lord.
I don't even remember that.
Yeah, the Ben Janine Garofalo was on there with them. Another sketch comedy
Yeah.
show. Yeah, love sketch
Dr.
comedy.
Cats. You know what? You know what's really funny too. I just because I have it's on Plex. A friend, I'm using my friend's Plex server. It's The Critic.
Plex is great.
What the hell is the sound he make? Aha, or something like that. Yeah,
He's like, ah, John Lovitz when he was funny.
John Lovitz, man.
He's always gonna be funny. Come on, man.
Well,
Rat
hold
Race?
on. So he was, yeah, he was. No, I'm not saying he wasn't funny. Like, yo, but the thing was, the show didn't really get like that much trending because it started on ABC and then it went to Fox.
Mhm. It stinks. That's what it was. That was
That's
his
right.
name.
Yeah,
That was great.
Yeah, Robert Diaz said it.
it stinks.
I gotta throw this one out there. Just I'll be remiss otherwise. Nickelodeon, you can't say this on television, or you can't say that
Yes.
on television.
Yes.
Never seen it.
There's, dude, oh my god,
Oh man,
I watched it as a kid on Nickelodeon. It was a Canadian show when
Yeah.
Nickelodeon first started out that they acquired the rights to. But there are some amazing like deep dives on like basically explaining what it was and how it worked, and it's such a rabbit hole on YouTube when you fall down those rabbit holes.
Avenger said, I fell asleep on the couch and missed the show. That's okay. You can replay it later. You can replay it later, sir.
As many times as you want to. Just keep hitting the replay button.
Oh, thanks for saying something about Hulu. Don't forget they relaunched Futurama now back on Hulu. So
Was
New
that
season.
was that a binge watch, or are they doing it weekly?
I'm not sure. I haven't started watching the new season yet, so I'm not sure.
Oh, it's new?
Yeah, it's brand new.
I don't know.
The gang is back.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
they brought it back.
Simpsons are pretty trash.
Futurama always kind of
And
stayed.
that Disenchanted was pretty trash.
Disenchant did
Hopefully-
kind of like.
Hopefully they don't taint the Futurama, because Futurama was spectacular.
Oh,
Well, I guess it wasn't it Disenchanted where in the final episode there was an Easter egg to Futurama,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
Hankins said it's weekly for Futurama.
Oh, nice. So I'm not that far behind then. That's actually good to know.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
I'll
Holiday
wait till it-
specials are where it's at. Like Simpsons, I always rewatch every single house of Halloween House of Treehouse of Horror
Treehouse Chair. Yeah.
throughout the summer. I'm on like episode 13 right now. Those even the current ones, the Thanksgiving one, the Treehouse of Horror Thanksgiving one was dark for the Simpsons, like in 2022 or whatever. But yeah, other than that, I don't even keep up with it anymore. I watch the holiday episodes when they pop up.
I go back and watch the old episodes of Simpsons because it's hilarious. Like some of the stupid stuff like the Millhouse be getting into, like they be calling and that's with him on. Yo, I be dying laughing. Like the one, what was it? They go to the World's Fair and Gary sells his glasses. He's like, hey. He's like, oh, now I can redo all my Coke bottles. He's like, 100, 200, 300, 400. He's like, whoosh. He's like, 4, 3, 2. Yeah, take the money back. Yo, and like they just be letting him do stuff. They're like, yo, they would follow up behind him. Even when they went over to what was it? What's the other town that they call it?
Shelbyville.
Shelbyville. And he's like, hey, stop copying me. He's over there and made this Dane Blasted lemon tree. Yo.
Yes, the lemon tree. Yep. There's a rock behind that lemon.
Yeah. And there's so many old classic ones. All right, folks, we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up here. Thank you for hanging with us. I appreciate it. Art, thank you for hanging with us as well, too.
It was fun. It was definitely fun. Thank you for having me on.
Thank you,
Oh,
sir.
this is great. Don't forget this upcoming Sunday is IE Creators. We'll have Siba on with us. He designed the Veteran Williams werewolf. So he'll be hanging with me and Detour at D Blake Makes on Sunday. And then next week we'll have Charles Chop and sorry, let me make sure I get the name right. Okay. Thank you, Instagram, for messing up everything. Here we go.
At least they didn't change their logo and their name this week. We have that going for it, right?
Yeah. It'll be Charles Chop and his co-producer John. They are doing a new animated series that they're trying to do a production of. So definitely we want to have him on just because of that. But what they're doing is they're actually donating most of their funds to charity, which is really cool.
Cool.
See what Hankin said about Saba?
Let's see. Designed the Plunderlings too. Oh, I did not know he did the Plunderlings. Nice. Yeah. So we'll talk about that too. Have a lot to talk with Sue about. But
so make sure you guys like it. Make sure you guys are hitting the like button too before you guys leave from listening to this outro. Make sure you guys hit the like button. Show some love.
Hit the subscribe button too. We need it.
And hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed. If you're watching it later and you're watching it and you're not subscribed, what the hell are you doing listening to this stream and not subscribed, you piece of trash?
Exactly. Or broke.
It takes a second to hit that button.
And real friends, share it on Instagram for other people to watch.
Friends,
that is true.
To the end.
That's very
if you
true.
don't hit the subscribe button, I'll sing Rubber Ducky. You're the one.
While he's in the bathtub.
Exactly.
Eating a can of Spam with seaweed.
Yep. With no bubbles.
Spam and seaweed. Oh, there'll be bubbles, all right. Gas bubbles.
No, there'll be no bubbles. You're going to see that Loch Ness.
All right, folks. So hang with us on Sunday, this upcoming Sunday, and then hang with us next Friday. Unless you guys got anything, that's all I got.
You guys know where to find me at.
Yeah.
Fine.
Anything coming up
every Wednesday?
Anything coming up on your show or any upcoming projects you want to talk about before we get out of here?
I mean, I do my normal State of the Art every Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Last episode brought on a third co-host because I needed that balance because, when one person can't make it, doing it solo just sort of feels like you're talking to a wall. So I got fellow collector Judd on there, so that'll be interesting. And I'm on Instagram, YouTube. Oh, guest-wise, I'm going to have Gridiron on at some point. So
nice.
Just waiting to see. It's actually, they said the beginning of August, so probably within the next couple of weeks, hopefully.
That'll be a great conversation. Yeah. They were great when they came on with us for sure. Yep. And I would add too as well. Anybody interested in X-Men the Animated Series? I put an episode of the X-Files out last night where Prime to the First made his comeback. He's been taking a break. So Josh came on with me and we talked about X-Men the Animated Series episode 9, The Cure. And that was a lot of fun. So I'm going to check that out. And then as always on Instagram, Figure Friday. Every Friday I post my Figure Friday photo. So check that out if you are of the persuasion of going on Instagram tonight.
So you said The Cure. Did they say, are you going to stay or are you going to go?
I actually made it a point early on to say, this isn't The Cure like the really cool songs from The Crow. This is The Cure as in a solution to a potential problem.
Oh, so that kind of problem, huh? Oh.
We had a healthy debate where every X-Man shamed Rogue unknowingly for even considering wanting to be able to touch another human.
They did.
So they shamed her. Wolverine, there's no deserters in this club, Bob.
Yo, my man, yeah, they all did. They were throwing all that shame around. They made Rogue feel like super bad. Like, I shouldn't be trying to touch people. All right, it ain't worth it, Rogue. It ain't worth it. Trust me, people will hurt you.
She's gonna get called into HR.
Charles, I'm not HR. Get out of my office. My office hours are from 8 to 5. Wolverine, where's my damn cheese pizza? All right, folks, be safe, have fun. We'll see you on Sunday and be back here next Friday. Until then, we'll see you on the flip side. Later, y'all.